Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Wow, what a belly flop from ICP, huh? Super strong support level, totally obliterated in, well, less than an hour. This is insane. I mean, I'm sure you all probably saw the carnage from yesterday, but yeah, even still today, looking like a pretty bad market. So I would recommend not necessarily shorting right now because it does feel like you're shorting the bottom. So just pump the brakes, relax, see where the market goes. I would say this weekend, probably best just to sit on the sidelines. But if you do insist on a trade, again, I always recommend low leverage and or position size. Let's quickly look at ICP and kind of see where we're at. Just to double check some liquidation levels. Pretty much all charts look the same here, specifically for liquidation. In other words, this is just the last month's worth of trading we saw. As mentioned before, we got that pretty strong support level about 1140. That's gone. All right. Recent support at $11, also gone. We've got this last level liquidation at $10. I would not be surprised if we see a sweep to that level. So maybe just for S&Gs, go ahead and place a limit order in the $10 range, see if you get filled. There's a possibility of that at this point. Do I recommend shorting to that level? Not really. I don't recommend shorting much right now at this point, at least not on the weekend. I'm considering a short for Solana, and that's just kind of a fleeting thought, considering the overall sense that everything looks truly bearish. But that's what Bitcoin does. It wants to break everybody to the bearish side. So as soon as you start thinking the price is going to go down, it goes straight up. Okay. We're still looking good on Bitcoin's sake, so that could factor in here. Bitcoin's on its ascending trend line. We're going to see what that looks like for ICP. So to clarify, there is still liquidation at $10 just below that level. Not surprised, would not be surprised at all if that happens. So just be mindful that's a thing still. We do take a look at the most recent liquidation levels. Again, that support at 1170, totally gone. I did mention that was a likelihood of getting swept, although totally didn't expect the low to mid $10 range. That is insane. So either way, we're here now. At this point, still that level at $13 as the upper liquidation range. Okay. Having said all that, we've lost our support. We got to presume this range at about $11.70 to $12 is going to be a resistance. That's generally how it's supposed to work. So if you're going to consider a short where we got a bearish backtest here of the most recent resistance level, or sorry, most recent support turned resistance, and then go from there. Okay. A little too early to short it at this point, in my opinion. Okay. So having said that, maybe consider hedging some of your longs with a short or two. This may be a good opportunity depending on, but I think it's still too early. Let's look at the daily, and work our way down here. So as mentioned previously, we can see here that this descending trend line still is not working out. Okay, not great. There's no other way around it. We just never broke above that, even though we had this candle wick up yesterday. It was a false positive letting us know that, hey, just kidding. That's how the market movers work, right? We break through a key level resistance. Awesome. Everybody goes long. Late longs get totally destroyed, and then it just continues pulling back. So this is very much par for the course. I'm not surprised to see a candle wick up to break that descending trend line, and then the price instantly reset itself. Granted, this is all based on Bitcoin moving, but Bitcoin knows that, or at least those who control Bitcoin does, right? Anyways, we're now below every single possible moving average. Instead of being like breaking bullish, we've instantly broken bearish in a heartbeat. And that's the cryptocurrency world, folks. So again, just kind of speaking the obvious truth here, crypto can suck. It can also be really awesome depending on how you do it too. So I can tell you, I enjoy crypto a lot more than traditional markets after 20 years of trading. This kind of stuff actually excites me in a weird way. Not because people got destroyed, but just in general. It's a funny, unique thing, and you can almost always guarantee that greed will prevail. Okay, so if you can kind of align yourself with a greedy mindset of a trader, then you probably know kind of where things are going to go. Either way, I don't think anyone expected that, so I'm not trying to say that we knew this was going to happen. It's just the volatility is unreal, and there's no other way around it. So let's take a quick look here at nothing really too much with the MACD is kind of squeezing in there. We can kind of see here as well when we take a look at stochastic RSI swinging down. We've known that it was due for a correction, right? It just wasn't supposed to be this kind of a belly flop. When we look at RSI, we're still under 50, so generally speaking, we haven't broken bullish at all. So that trend line and 50 on the RSI speaks volumes, kind of lets us know that we are still not on the right side of the tracks. Take a look at the 4 hour and see if there's any confirmation here on the 4 hour. We're below every single moving average, looking truly bearish. We look at TD sequential, we're seven 4 hour candles into this continuation. So probably another 8 to 12 hours before we see some kind of stability and potential for a little relief rally. Okay, so keep that in mind. The probability of the price continuing lower is higher, but for much longer is lower. Okay, so it should slow down and start to bottom out closer to $11 here soon is my expectation. When we take a look here, At RSI, we're right at 30. Generally speaking, when you see 30 on the RSI for this coin, it'll start to stabilize and recover. Okay, now, when I say recover, the last time it did that, it literally went sideways in this range for what seemed like forever. That was what, roughly about 2 weeks. Okay, so we've been range bound for ICP for 2 weeks. Finally picked a side. Problem is, this was a side nobody really wanted. So what do we do now? Well, hypothetically, you could long to the 1170 range, 1160 range. That's a possibility. Still too early though, right? We have no confirmation for that. So either way you look at it though, generally speaking, RSI getting closer to 30 is kind of a favorable sign that the price will start to slow down. When we've got the money flow index as high as it is, that leads me to believe that we're still due for further continuation down. I know that seems weird, but money hasn't flowed out of this coin enough to warrant the price action to have hit its bottom yet. That's kind of what we're doing right now. So all these things combined, there's zero reasons to consider a trade. All right. That's kind of the common narrative today. You're going to notice that. And again, me being just kind of a conservative trader, I prefer to avoid the show, if you will. Insert poop emoji here, and just kind of stay on the sidelines and eat my popcorn, watch the garbage, and just steer clear of it. Okay. So again, we had some some shorts from a couple weeks ago. Kind of offset a couple of our stop losses. So complete transparency, even though we use low leverage and low position size, we got a couple of stops that hit. I think it was Avalanche and Matic, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so again, just some things to kind of be mindful of and just be careful with. At this point here, with ICP on the hourly, we can see we're still bearish, of course, no surprise there. We were overextended with a 9 plus. So again, likelihood of the price recovering a little bit is higher. We are full green light here to leave your short position open if you happen to have one open. Okay, so again, at this point, no reason to do anything at all if you have a short position open. If you're considering a long, you absolutely need to wait. There's no other way around it. You can get lucky, sure, and you'd be like, oh man, I took a long contrary to CryptoCache, and I'm in profit now. That's great. We'll see how that works for you. But again, if you did that, it's a statistical probability it's not going to happen. So why do it? Okay. Anyways, just some things to kind of think about. It's not like it's a bad thing. You're going to learn from those mistakes, hopefully, and continue to make less of them. But in my experience, I just, I know by now to leave something like this well enough alone. So if I'm going to consider shorting ever, I would say in the upper $11 to $12 range when we have a bearish backtest, the most recent, either A, the trend line still, or B, essentially just retesting that recent, the previous support, now a resistance. Okay, this is going to be the area to consider making a move. Either way, I hope you learned something here today. Thank you again so much for watching. Comment below, like, subscribe, follow if you haven't already. Join us over with Bitunix too. Phenomenal bonus here, excellent rewards. Use my link to register, you get some nice bonuses there. If you use my link to register already, you're good. Just go ahead and take advantage of this. It's in the rewards section. Other than that, join us with Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube Shorts, TikTok Shorts now. Kind of a lot of fun there, bringing some new stuff there to you. So pick your poison, whatever works best. I appreciate you nonetheless. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.